Just turned 21 and you living on your own now. You got no help at all from mom and dad, you're grown up. Started college, got a pay gas. Sick and tired of being stressed and worried.
MyPatriotSupply.com.
The other night you was at the club with friends for a birthday party. So a guy asked you if he wanted to dance. Didn't understand, then he explained. Said 402 hours with a girl that's all that it takes. So started stripping and finally he can smell the money and taste it. Oh girl, I know that you can hit it, get some paper. Oh girl, I know that you can hit it,
mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Shawty, you have to. Shawty, you have to. Shawty, you have to believe. Work so hard, yeah, this how they get paid. You have a perfect body, I swear to God. You're not trust me when I say do it like a pro when you hit the stage. You got
ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on another live worldwide edition of the Alex Jones Show. And it is Friday. I mean, weeks now go by like minutes. And we're going to have open phones on Obamacare, on the state of the world, the state of the awakening that's taking place, but also there's not just those that are waking up, there's those that are buying into anything and everything. And psychologically what we're seeing happen here is the social engineers are really rolling out their paradigm of control, of authoritarianism masquerading as political correctness. And so we have a lot of examples of that today, huge NSA developments and news. We'll give you the story behind the story, the news behind the news on that, a bunch of key economic numbers, and Obamacare facts coming out, and some really good news. Why we fight, why we stand up, why we get involved. The psych warfare folks out there have some memes that they put out as talking points in the corporate state-run media that have been picked up by the general public that, oh, you're always saying we're in a police state, or you're always saying, you know, this great tyranny's around the corner, and why don't you shut up? It isn't that bad. Whereas we hold back a lot of it, and so then they say, oh, it's not as bad as you say, or all these horrible things didn't happen, because we're fighting them off at every front. When you stand up against the authoritarianism of saying your child can't come on the last day of school before Halloween dressed like a cowboy or as an Indian, and when you point out that's political correctness and mind control, you are stopping their cultural tyranny. When you don't roll over to Agenda 21, taking over your local town with international regulations and money, you are fighting on the front lines of human liberty. When you defend the Second Amendment, you're having a victory. And it's an eternal fight. You've got to do it over and over and over and over again. So that's what it comes down to. And here's another example of a victory against tyranny. It's up on Infowars.com right now. Army halts program that labeled Christians radical extremists. Briefings characterized
you can be difficult.
Conservatives as a terror threat. Well, again, you cannot come up with a headline as bad as these manuals actually are. It says you'll be arrested and court-martialed if you give money to any Tea Party group, all legal and lawful. And it says you'll be arrested if you're part of a Tea Party or a evangelical Christian group. Evangelicals are the second or third largest group. You can debate that. I looked up the numbers. They're the second or third largest Christian group. 80% of Americans characterize themselves as Christians. You're talking about 40 to 60 to 70. No one knows the actual numbers. Over 40 million people who are the most law-abiding, loving, good people on average. No one denies that. And they're saying they're bad people, and you'll be arrested. This is 200 proof tyranny. This is the essence, over the top. I mean, all they can do after this is start arresting Christians. That's all they can do is go back to Rome throwing us to the lions. It is maximum evil. and it's totally naked. But the good news is, they tried this nationwide, now they're going to have to back off. But we're not going to stop. We want investigations. We want congressional hearings. We're going to use their offensive to try to sneak in and get ready for a purge of Christians, and we're going to shoot it right back in their face like judo and throw them right through the political wall. They came to attack us. We're going to step aside, stick our foot out, and trip them, and watch them go right down the stairs to break their political necks. That's InfoWars! Alex Jones here, and I want to tell you about a longtime friend of the show, My Patriot Supply. As you might remember, this is the company that stood up to the DHS and exposed FEMA's secret plan to begin hoarding emergency survival food. It has always been my belief that it's key to stand behind companies who share the same values as their fellow patriots. My Patriot Supply brings us their exclusive Patriot Pantry brand, along with many other fine preparedness products. I personally store and use their high-quality products. It tastes great, and it's easy to store for up to 25 years. For a limited time, you can save $50 instantly on a 4-week supply of food, along with other special offers. Visit mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today. With the New World Order making rapid advances on every front, it is essential to prepare with My Patriot Supply today.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch. Guarantee you love the way they fit. Put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it. Others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it. Others don't.
Financial experts are certain that within 12 to 36 months, the American economy will collapse, pushing most Americans into terrifying poverty, like third world slums. Facing this unstoppable horror and knowing so many are unprepared, a group of military vets, engineers, survival experts, and a former FDIC bank inspector pooled their knowledge and experience to create LocustsOnTheHorizon.com. Locusts on the Horizon is a book over 1,100 pages in length, which many are now calling one of the best of its kind. And this book can save families from the worst an economic collapse can bring. The lives of your family are priceless, and you can start your plan to save them today for only $4.99. Not many preppers can actually afford a survival retreat, but virtually anyone can afford to implement the plan of Locusts on the Horizon. Locusts on the Horizon is available now for only $4.99 on Amazon.com, and it's readable with free software on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. Your time is running out. To not prepare would be suicide. Prepare now at LocustsOnTheHorizon.com. That's LocustsOnTheHorizon.com.
Take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
I am sworn, as Thomas Jefferson did, to defend basic liberty. I have sworn on the altar of God eternal resistance against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this Friday worldwide transmission. Any subject you want to talk about, any issue you want to cover, any question, any comment, you agree with me, you disagree with me, it doesn't matter. We want to hear from you on this Friday edition. Wide open phones, the entire 3 hours, 800-259-9231. 800-259-9231. I am a testimony to what you can do fighting against tyranny, incrementally over time, like the water torture example. The The globalists know this. They do things over time, always pushing, never giving up. When they're defeated, regrouping, coming back. That's why you have to have a spirit of victory, a spirit of resistance, a spirit of honor. And it doesn't mean any of us are perfect. We're all flesh and blood, imperfect vessels. But we've got to ask God to lead, God, and direct us to go up against the globalists, and we will prevail in the end, ladies and gentlemen. And it is the great animated contest of liberty versus tyranny that is what we were born to do. It is the animated contest of liberty that fulfills, that energizes, that expands horizons. The raw search for hedonistic enjoyment leads towards rack and ruin. And I'm not up here as some, hypocrite lecturing people. Believe me, I know. And there's balance in everything. But we are an incredibly unbalanced society, hurtling towards corruption, believing that more corruption, more decadence will fulfill us when it will not. It is purity and honesty and strength in the final equation that is fulfilling. Toll-free number to join us, 800-259-9231. Just throw the numbers out there on any issue you want to cover. I've got news I want to talk about on Obamacare, huge issues with the economy, huge issues on the NSA. I'm going to cover it all in this segment, and then I'm going to go to your phone calls, 800-259-9231. But I want to direct radio listeners to Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com to an article on the site, Army halts program that labeled Christians radical extremists. Now, this is extremely good news. Because remember, just last year, when this was coming out, the manuals were public, the corporate-controlled Decepticon press would say it didn't exist. Then earlier this year, they said, okay, it does exist, and we will arrest you and court-martial you if you proselytize, even when you're not on duty. Well, that's your free speech. They don't care if you go get drunk, or they don't care if you want to organize an occult ceremony. They do on the basis. No, it's Christianity solely they're going after. It's always the enemy of authoritarians, because it makes a God above the state. And it doesn't fit in with the whole state-run system historically. That's why, from Hitler to the Romans, they attack Christians. Army halts program that labeled Christians radical extremists. Look at how the communists and the Soviets went after Christians. And this is how it all begins, political correctness. First, don't be racist. Then don't use words like this. Then don't criticize the government. Then don't talk about your religion on the street. Proselytizing is illegal. Then don't do it in your own church. Then you can't have your church. Then we're going to arrest you if you don't renounce it. Then we're going to arrest you even if you do renounce it. They have found families this year, and a few decades ago as well, they found another way, living in Siberia for more than 50 years, multi-generational, who can't even hardly talk anymore, living hundreds of miles from humans who were the children of Christians that fled Lenin and Stalin. In fact, you could just search. The Smithsonian reported on it a few months ago. Just an incredible article, because anthropologists and archaeologists have gone back to where they live, and they survived off the bag of seeds they ran away with, able to plant small crops, hidden. This is what it's like, folks. They killed, of the 80+ million in China, most of them were Christians. They exterminated with pleasure, under CIA directives, almost every Christian in China. Again, the globalists have been in control for a long time, and in compartmentalized operations, they could double-cross, put Mao in, and then give him his marching orders, just like they did with the Khmer Rouge, and went after Christians and others in Cambodia in the name of anti-communism, just like they fund anti-Christian groups everywhere, Libya, Egypt, Syria. The globalists want to exterminate Christians, and they don't care if you're Protestant, they don't care if you are Catholic, they don't care if you are Orthodox. For some reason, if you're Orthodox, they really want you dead. And they will hunt you down, and they will kill you. And the average CIA clerk working at Langley, Virginia thinks they're fighting for Christianity and fighting for liberty. Meanwhile, the globalists get a Christian community alone, they will fund a group to murder them. It's not even the CIA. It is criminal groups within these agencies using the secrecy of the agencies to do whatever they want. And if they are not of the devil, they might as well be. I mean, they're certainly following that archetype to hunt down Christians. Now, if you're some glitterbug, Tinkerbell, fake preacher saying worship government, you can have a big mega church. They love you. You'll be InfraGard, you'll be clergy response team, you'll have an FBI card in your wallet. But if you're a real Christian, they want to end your life. Conversion is to the New World Order religion. And they'll use anybody to kill you. Animists, Muslims, mercenaries, they don't care. Everywhere they kill the Christians. They go after the Christians. It's undoubtable. It's incontrovertible. It is a fact worldwide. But the spirit of this world does not like the idea of Jesus Christ. You can ask yourself as an agnostic or an atheist, why that is if you don't believe in God. My point is that regardless, the ideas in the Bible, in the New Testament particularly, scare tyrants to death. So, in America, our top story today is that the Secretary of the Army came out, released the memo. It's linked on Fox News and on Reuters. They officially came out and released, and the Secretary of the Army said this is outrageous and will no longer be done. So there you go. It is confirmed this is going on. Now, we already know what's going on. We have the training manuals. We've had, well, they haven't hidden it. PSYOPs at Fort Hood gave us the information last year. You know why it seems to always be PSYOPs that keeps resisting inside the Pentagon? Because PSYOPs knows propaganda and knows manipulation, and they recognize what's being used on them. Number one group awake, probably 90% PSYOPs, special warfare 80%, non-commissioned officers 70% or more are awake, enlisted around 50%. And it's exponentially growing. The best news I can give you here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the military that the globalists want to use against us is the most awake group in triplicate. Overwhelmingly, undoubtedly, just absolutely, it is a blessing that this is the case. And that's why the globalists knew this 5 years ago. They knew it was their only main threat, one of the dominant threats, the prime threat to their takeover. That's why they said returning veterans, Christian soldiers are our enemy. Because they know you're not going to take part in evil, ladies and gentlemen. They know that when the rubber hits the road, you're going to resist the New World Order takeover of the Republic. And so you're their enemy, whether you like it or not, folks. They know what's written on your heart. They can see your soul. The devil, that the spirit of this world has come to attack you and wage war on you, and probably in the final equation overcome you, but only for a season. Out of that will become the greatest revival the world has ever seen. And we're here to stand watchmen and to warn what's coming in. The cashless society, the world government, the beast system, undoubtedly it's all being set up. The problem is these controlled globalist preachers come out on purpose and say, Christ is coming back next week, next month, next year, set these dates to discredit things by design. These are globalist operatives, whether they know it or not. But you don't just go to the church and hide your head in the sand and say, oh good, the mark of the beast is coming down the road, so I'll just go have fun and enjoy myself. You should be out there warning everyone about the mega banks, about the 10 global regions. You know the Bible says 10 regions, 10 kings that give their power to the world king that comes. The globalists set it up under 10 kingdoms. The UN calls it 10 kingdoms. The people at the UN believe Lucifer is Christ, and they're trying to bring him in. That's what atheists don't get. I've snuck into Bohemian Grove. I've covered Skull and Bones. I've researched it. I've met top globalists, and they say, yes, you're right. My family are Luciferians. We believe Lucifer is Christ and he's coming. But I don't believe he is Christ. I believe he's the devil. And that's why I want to say we're not all bad, Alex. We are slaves of the system. What do we do? So whether God and the devil are real or not, this human archetype, and I just say that so there's no debate, whether God and the devil are real or not, you know wickedness and evil exist in the world, and you know goodness exists. You know ugliness and beauty exist. You know, freedom and slavery exist. And the God of this world, the people running things, are not atheists and agnostics. They worship the spirit of light. Tony Blair on record says, I worship the angel of light. Folks, that is a direct quote. The angel of light is Lucifer. That's what it means. Luminescence, light. The false light of Lucifer. I didn't mean to get off into that, but the good news when we come back is that we forced this out in the open. The Pentagon had to admit it was going on and says they're stopping it, but we've got to keep pushing it when we come back.
Are you prepared for disasters, job loss, and uncertain times? Make Emergency Essentials your first stop for premier food storage and emergency preparedness supplies. Compare our food storage ounce to ounce, and it's easy to see. Emergency Essentials has the best quality and lowest priced emergency food storage guaranteed. Call Emergency Essentials at 800-999-1863 today or visit BePrepared.com. The choice is clear. Be unprepared or BePrepared.com.
When the day comes where the world changes forever, you can be ready at a moment's notice. With Survivalist Camps, the ultimate fully functional off-the-grid survival bug-out house that's completely mobile and ready to go. All the comforts of an RV, but custom built to outlast any other trailer. Learn more at survivalistcamps.com. Due to overwhelming response, limited inventory is available. Be ready with survivalistcamps.com. Survivalist Camps, providing your basic needs to survive.
In times of disaster, internet and mobile networks will go dark. A wealth of online information will be completely inaccessible. Now, imagine the most extensive survival and disaster preparedness library ever created, with information for every possible scenario, still available to you without online access. That's the survival key. Ben Franklin said it best. By failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Get your survival key at GetSurvivalKey.com. Quite literally, the key to your survival. GetSurvivalKey.com.
That's the sound of a 44 Magnum and Trauma Max, a high-tech hybrid Kevlar bulletproof vest from InfidelBodyArmor.com. Will stop it and most pistol rounds. Trauma Max is a major breakthrough in pistol-rated body armor, and prices start at just $170 per insert. More protection, more stopping power, more mobility, and it weighs less than 5 pounds. Get details at InfidelBodyArmor.com. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com.
My friends, Alex Jones here to tell you about some of the most important information concerning you and your family's health. Radiation levels have more than doubled in the last 60 years in the Northern Hemisphere from all of the nuclear testing and radiological accidents. Radioactive contamination is now in most of the food supply. There's only 2 ways to avoid this. Move south of the equator or properly protect your thyroid with Nation Iodine. Looking to protect my family, I've done deep research. Nation Iodine is the purest, cleanest, absolute best form of iodine to protect yourself and your family. It's made right here in the USA, completely non-GMO. I searched out the best quality and now have developed a double-strength form of Nation Iodine, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Nation Iodine is on record as one of the only safe ways to detox from fluoride poisoning. Survival Shield Nation Iodine. Secure your super high-quality Nation Iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
There are those curious about Bitcoins and those using and making money with Bitcoins. What are Bitcoins? A Bitcoin is the first decentralized currency that can be easily transferred from person to person over the internet. No bank needed. This means lower fees, and accounts can never be frozen, limited, or closed. You are in control of your money. And the best part? You can start earning and making money with Bitcoins right away. No computer or expertise is required to earn money with Bitcoins, and a growing number of merchants now accept Bitcoins. Plus, they're easily exchanged for dollars, euros, and more. Learn more about the easiest, cheapest, most profitable way to enter the Bitcoin market and get paid every 2 weeks by one of the fastest growing Bitcoin miners in the world at cloudhashing.com. Just like it sounds, cloudhashing.com. That's cloudhashing.com. We mine your business.
We're going to go to your phone calls. calls, and later I'll get more into this and the latest on the economy, the latest on healthcare, on what a giant fraud it is. It is confirmed. It is a CIA, NSA-run database to find out who doesn't have insurance, to give you a fee, a fine, to take your bank account, to garnish your wages. They are just really arrogant to keep your refund check. And that's why from the leadership, it's bipartisan. Our country's run by foreign banks that are literally just squeezing the country dry right now. And folks have to come to grips with that. Now they're like, oh, we're going to delay the mandate to get the insurance. But they're not delaying the insurance companies being able to kick you off now and double your rates. See, that was the part that they wanted all along. They're not delaying it. They're kicking millions of people off their insurance. It's in the millions and millions now, just 2 weeks into this. They're doubling the rates on average. Affordable Care Act. See what a joke that is? And now the Democrats go, we accept this. This is good. We need to pay more. Because it's a cult. Yes, we accept parents can't pack their kids' lunches. Yes, we accept you can't have tag or dodgeball. You know, I went and saw Gravity last night. It's a good, very well done movie with Clooney and Sandra Bullock, but her child died from playing tag and running. And so they talk about how running needs to be banned, basically. Again, this is the prisoner level we're going into, where we're shaved heads, walking around with football helmets on in the nanny state while men with automatic weapons stand above us with robot drones, aiming weapons at us. I mean, this is... Don't be a cowboy at Halloween. It's racist towards cowboys. What? That's being announced by universities and high schools everywhere. Don't be an Indian. That's racist. See, you have no free speech. Everything's racist. You're a racist. Government's God. We're going to go to break and come back to this short segment. I promise I'm going right to your calls, but let me just get into the big victory we've had. And it's a model of victory everywhere. We are at the gates trying to keep the gates up as the enemy has a big battering ram trying to fully knock it down. They've already infiltrated us from behind. They're shutting down our culture, shutting down our industry, attacking our morals, going over their entire program of control and manipulation. Do me a favor, give me the communist goals. Came out in Congress. That KGB report from Cleon Skousen. I want to cover that later. Read this from the 50s and then ask me if it hasn't come true. And the point is that still we're trying to hold up the main walls from the main assault, and the enemy's walking around inside going, there's nothing behind those walls but liberty and freedom. Don't listen to people. There's nothing bad. As a giant rock flies over from a catapult and crushes people, as we see the jobs lost, the families imploding, our health being lost, as we see the tyranny increasing, as we see the NSA spying, the secret arrest, the war on the press, the war on the family, it's all intensifying, and they're saying there's nothing going on. Hey, look at this Army manual saying Christianity will basically be banned and returning veterans are the #1 terror threat. That doesn't exist. That's not real.